welcome everyone to Game 3 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs on EA Sports. We're at Moda Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Tonight, it's the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Denver Nuggets. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen, joined by my partner, Jay Williams. And Jay, you look at the Blazers coming in. They took 2 big steps forward on the road, winning both those first 2 games. Now they come back home with a 2-0 lead already in their pocket.
And this has been a one-sided series so far, and not in the way we even expected. I mean, what a position to be in. Get 2 wins on the road, now you're coming home already up 2-0 with a chance to put a stranglehold on the series.
Here comes the screen. Durant to Lillard. Short jumper stays out.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Denver with 4 to shoot. For 3, his first effort off the mark. To Anthony. Durant. And abuses the rim with the big finish. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Has a look. And scores on the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Lillard to McCollum. Looking for his man. Murray with it. He'll run the offense to Jokic. And the rebound comes down to Portland. To Durant. McCollum to Whiteside. Flushes it home. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Has a chance. Oh, Nikola Jokic. Missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lillard to McCollum. Here comes the screen. Lillard to McCollum. Anthony. It's no good. Shots not going down. Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Porter. Down low, Jokic. To Porter. 4-3. And the Blazers clear the rebound. To McCollum. To Durant. Trying to cash in. Another chance. Hassan Whiteside. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Murray with the basketball. Down 2. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Durant. Nikola Jokic with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Can't connect. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Kevin Durant. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
New blood coming in for both sides. Martin. To Jokic. No good. Hood. To Randolph. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Zach Randolph at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Jokic, defended by Jusuf Nurkic. And the rebound taken in by the Trailblazers. To Lillard. Randolph. Lillard guarded by Jeremy Grant. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. To Jokic. Short jumper won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Durant, defended by Jeremy Grant. To Nurkic. Five on the shot clock. Lillard. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. Martin up against the Weber State product. Nothing going here on that drive. 17-footer at the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time. So count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Trailblazers take over. To Rodney Hood. Nothing going here on that drive. He buries it off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Murray into the front court. Now down 6. Down low Plumlee, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Nice pass to get things going.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Rodney Hood. 3-point play for his career, 82%. He's got it. 3-point play on that trip. Murray with it. Down 5. To Will Barton. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. And he hits.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. Can't connect.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
And counted at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Portland's got it. Anthony to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Mason Plumlee able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Martin into the front court. They trail by 1. Short jumper won't go down. Hood to Anthony. And the rebound for Murray. And it's a Blazer rebound. Hood. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jamal Murray sizing up the all-star Lillard. To Jokic. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense. To McCollum. Trying to cash in. Shot by McCollum won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Paul Millsap swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nikola Jokic picked up by Carmelo Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Nikola Jokic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he's got the free throw as well. To Anthony. Durant. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Porter. Here comes the screen. Porter to Millsap. Won't go down. Spinning shot won't fall.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Millsap. Carmelo Anthony sends it away. C.J. McCollum. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Long heave from three-quarters court. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Trailblazers are in a close game thus far, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers. The Nuggets aren't down by too much at the half, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Cole.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Murray into the front court. His group now down 2. To Jokic. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's Portland ball. Durant to Whiteside. They'll get it to Durant. Kevin Durant. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Murray with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Durant to McCollum. Probing the defense. Lillard to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Jamal Murray, defended by Lillard. To Jokic. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended. Lillard. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. To Jokic. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
So many concerns about his strength and, more importantly, his durability. But he looks solid on that play.
To Durant. Has a look. Shot by Durant won't go down. Here comes the screen. They get it down to Millsap. Kevin Durant pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Portland has the ball. Lillard to Anthony. Pass there, taken away by Denver.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
And finishes strong.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
To Millsap. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Paul Millsap. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. First one, counted. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Durant. Shot clock winding down. Kevin Durant lets it go. Jokic is there for the rebound. Has a chance. Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Shot from in close, no good. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Durant across the timeline. They trail by 2. Jeremy Grant. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. McCollum to Durant. Portland has 4 to shoot. Durant. Not easy.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Denver ball right now. Corner 3 at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Blazers have the lead. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the 4th quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Down low, Durant. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
KD with the rock. Nuggets have it. To Will Barton. Kicks it around the perimeter. They'll work it down to Millsap. To Will Barton. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
McCollum for Durant, down low. It was right there. Barton into the front court. 2-point advantage. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
McCollum into the front court. Down 2. Here comes the screen. Durant to Nurkic. Nikola Jokic tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Damian Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good. Porter. Juan Hernangomez against the Lehigh product. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Durant to Anthony. Nikola Jokic with the block. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Shot clock winding down. Lillard to Durant. From long range. Kevin Durant is going to get 3 shots here. Career 88% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Hits the second. One more coming. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Nikola Jokic. Tough matchup against Durant. To Porter. Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Kevin Durant with the rock. To Anthony. Lillard. Sizing up the defense. To Lillard. Durant. Portland down to 4 to shoot. Lillard. Tough shot. Well defended. Porter. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Jamal Murray. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Murray into the front court. Up by 3. To Jokic. That's It's usually one that he'll knock down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Durant to Lillard. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. To Millsap. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Nikola Jokic at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Durant with the basketball up top. The deficit now up to 5. To Anthony. Oh, it's going the other way. 5 seconds. Jamal Murray sizing up McCollum. Denver with 4 to shoot. Has a look. The shot by Murray, no good. Durant across the timeline. Down 5. Hassan Whiteside. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
And they'll get the intentional foul. So 2 free throws coming up, and you figure 1 out of 2 could be enough to seal the deal.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Nuggets who come away victorious. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Nuggets finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. And how could I not mention all the shots they blocked in this one? You can see the confidence grow with each one, and it really fed into their success as a team. It was a pretty standout way to win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Denver Nuggets. The Trailblazers just couldn't close this one out. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team taking on the Houston Rockets. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They took two big steps forward on the road, winning both those first two games. Now they come back home with a 2-0 lead already in their pocket.
And this has been a one-sided series so far, and not in the way we even expected. I mean, what a position to be in. Get 2 wins on the road, now you're coming home already up 2-0 with a chance to put a stranglehold on the series.
Nothing going here on that drive. Marcus Morris the rebound. George to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Beverly. Kawhi Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket, he even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Harden with the basketball. Just getting started in game 3. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Beverly into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Paul George. Beverly. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Westbrook. Screen coming. Harden to Covington. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George against Harden. Has a chance. Harrell can't connect. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had it. George to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scattering.
Harden, tough matchup against George. He buries it off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Beverly. Paul George. Can't connect. The follow won't go either. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Fareed. The shot, almost. Kawhi Leonard against the former MVP. To Beverly. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's Leonard for 2. James Harden, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Kawhi Leonard. And it's Chandler with the rebound. Westbrook into the front court. Leads a bucket. Harden to Westbrook. Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. To Marcus Morris. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. It's Westbrook. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Westbrook. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Gets to the basket and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here's Leonard for 2. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. That's the end of one here in game number 3. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West Playoffs on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Screen coming. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a 3.
Houston with the basketball. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Sizing up the defense. Harden against George. For 3, he engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George. Harden's on him. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Paul George. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Rivers matched up with Paul George. To Harden. Has a look. And he buries it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Kawhi Leonard against Gordon. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's James Harden once again. Probing the defense. Down to Chandler. And the finish. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Leonard to George. The drive right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden. Rebound Marcus Morris. Beverly to Paul George from long range. And Paul George good on the quick release there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard to George. Short jumper stays out. Harden in possession. Down 8. Gordon against Paul George. Harden. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
George to Marcus Morris. To Paul George. LA with 4 to shoot. It's PG for 2. And the rebound taken by Chandler. Harden into the front court. Now down 6. For 3. Missed it. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prime City.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Westbrook to Harden. Westbrook to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
George against the great shot blocker Chandler. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Harden with it up top. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Screen coming. 2-point shot for James Harden. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way. He'll put it up at the buzzer. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Clippers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Rockets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Missed threes. Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Russell Westbrook was inefficient in the first half. He's been suffering through miss after miss, and no matter what he tries, it's just not working for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Leonard to Marcus Morris. George knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Paul George with a chance at a 4-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Houston takes over. Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Here's Leonard for 2. Gordon with it. The deficit now up to 12. Here comes the screen. To Westbrook. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Gordon shot missed. Oh, and a putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to George. Leonard. Not easy.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line. Kenneth Faried has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Beverly into the front court. Lead is 12. Down low for Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Down to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's in the hands of Harden. To Westbrook. Harden. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Leonard. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Harden with the basketball. 14-point deficit to Westbrook. Screen coming. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Westbrook, not that time. He misses. Beverly into the front court. They lead it by 14. Kawhi Leonard knocks it down from mid-range.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Harden to Covington. Nothing going here on that drive. It's Westbrook. Just off the mark. Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Tyson Chandler. To Beverly. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Westbrook across the timeline. Down a bundle. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 4 out of 10.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Leonard to Paul George. Beverly. And the Rockets have the rebound. Gordon with it. His guys down big. It's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to George. Surveys the floor. LA with 4 to shoot. Paul George. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard. Couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope. First one does not go. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Russell Westbrook here against Harkless. Can't connect. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Screen coming. Shot from the lane won't go. George to Leonard. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Count it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Clippers have the basketball. George picked up by Westbrook. Harkless. To Leonard. Great feed. Sets it up. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Westbrook. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Harkless. Paul George to Harkless. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. PG lets it fly. Not done yet. Deontay Davis snatching it out of the air. And the finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
New blood coming in for both sides. And he'll head to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Good shot, baby. Good shot, good shot.
Able to convert on both free throws. Beverly into the front court. His guy's up by 15.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Fareed. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
George to Beverly. Turns and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to George. Takes stock of the floor. George knocks it down. And, Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
And a three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed. You're being efficient with your jump shooting. Your passes are crisp. You're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
George buries it.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Screen coming. It's Westbrook. And the Clippers with the rebound. It's the Clippers with the possession now to George. Beverly to Paul George. To Marcus Morris. Lets it fly from long range. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Westbrook. Not that time. Paul George to Marcus Morris. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. 24-second violation. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. They'll let one fly from half court. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Rockets are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets.
Game traffic. Assists.
The Houston Rockets had a lot of trouble working as a team defensively, giving up the kind of assists that happen from poor communication. Beverly was behind the majority of those dimes and deserves a lot of credit for having his passes on target and on time.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball, it looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in. They appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
And the big thing here was getting that all-important split on the road. Now they come home with home court advantage and an opportunity to move ahead in this series if they can take care of business in Game 3.
Anthony Davis swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. LeBron James tips it. Trevor Booker in a matchup with Boogie. To Conley. 5 on the shot clock. Conley. His first effort off the mark. Danny Green. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. DeMarcus Cousins rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Here comes the screen. To Gobert. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. Across the timeline, it's Conley. He'll run the offense. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
To Davis, down low. To Danny Green. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Bojan Bogdanovic against Cousins. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. Here's Davis. Anthony Davis. Missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Conley. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. James to Davis. Short jumper stays out. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads one. Nice pass to set things up. And the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Joe Ingles. Mitchell, defended by Quinn Cook. Has a look. He connects with the step back.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle, oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Davis. Another chance. Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It's Jazz ball. Probing the defense. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested. To Kyle Kuzma. And throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Mitchell with it up top. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Joe Ingles. Screen coming. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Caldwell Pope. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Clarkson. Off the mark. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Anthony Davis. 2 of 4 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Deep three at the buzzer. That's the end of one here in game number 3. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West playoffs on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Clarkson with the basketball. Up by 3. Here comes the screen. Anthony Davis with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Davis. Anthony Davis. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Clarkson. Nothing going here on that drive. Dwight Howard with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Rajon Rondo has got 2 shots coming. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Conley into the front court. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. To Gobert. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Rudy Gobert at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Rudy Gobert able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
DeMarcus Cousins sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And Cousins throwing it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Jazz have the ball. Conley to Gobert. Sizing up the defense. Finish that. Danny Green to Davis. Knock loose. Jazz have it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
To Gobert. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
We gonna see a team take the lead here?
Danny Green down low for Davis. To Danny Green. The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defenders.
Nothing going here on that drive. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
James to Cousins. To Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range, and he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Second of 3 is good. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Utah with the possession. Conley against Cousins. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Danny Green to James. Rudy Gobert sends it away. That's his third block this evening. Danny Green. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. To Cousins. That's no good. It was right there. Across the timeline comes James. Leads 3. Rudy Gobert. Huge block. Fourth this contest. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Conley. Probing the defense. Conley with a shot. Comes up empty. To James. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Utah ball. Conley. Can't connect. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Screen coming. Cousins to James. Had a chance, but it's no good. Conley into the front court. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Here comes the screen. Conley. Defense making the ball carrier work. DeMarcus Cousins pins it. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Conley defended by Cousins. So the 2 teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lakers entered halftime with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz are in need of some changes at the half. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Anthony Davis tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
It's James controlling the offense. To Cousins. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
James into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Conley. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Gobert. Curling inside. And draws the contact. So, Rudy Gobert going to the line for 2 shots. Rudy Gobert, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Los Angeles, they have it. To Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Surveys the floor. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys trail now by 4. Down to 5 on the 24th. Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Mitchell with the basketball. The deficit is 6. To Gobert. Defense making the ball handler work. Goes to the left side. It's no good. Great defense. Danny Green to James. Rondo off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Down to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what and get back in the game.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
James, they work it down to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. Jazz will take a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Mitchell in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Dwight Howard knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
To Gobert. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Them both. LeBron into the front court, up by 6. Cousins. Dwight Howard tips it. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Caldwell Pope to James. Short jumper won't go down. Mitchell with it up top. Down 6. To Gobert. To shoot for Utah. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. New blood coming in for both sides. To shoot. Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Clarkson with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. And abuses the rim with the slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Three quarters down, the Lakers have the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ball game.
Nothing going here on that drive. And score. Strong take.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Cook to bring it into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. To Kyle Kuzma, pass to Cousins, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Joe Ingles. Knocks it down off the step back.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Joe Ingles to Conley. To Joe Ingles. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
It's Cook with the basketball. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. To Howard. Shot from the lane won't go. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Ingles up against the 8-time All-Star. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Trevor Booker has got 2 shots coming. His career mark right now sits at 63%. First try at the line, no good.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 23.
Missed the second as well. Cook to bring it into the front court. All even here in the fourth. Chance here for LeBron. LeBron James. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Substitution being made in this one. Conley, defended by Quinn Cook. Lets it fly from long range, and the Lakers have the rebound. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Across the timeline, it's Conley, trailing by 4. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Davis. Missed a wide open look.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
LeBron James with the rock. Takes stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Clarkson with the basketball. His group now down 2. Conley. Count the bucket for 2.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Danny Green to James. DeMarcus Cousins, 4 out of 7. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
DeMarcus Cousins rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Jazz will take a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Bojan Bogdanovic sizing up Cousins. Conley. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Donovan Mitchell, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. LBJ. The screen sets him up for two.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost him.
Conley into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Conley. Has a look. Shot by Bogdanovich off the mark. And now an intentional foul. So they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
And gets both to drop at the line. Just off the mark. The follow won't go either. The Lakers get the victory. They moved ahead 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers got the win in a nail-biter. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
of the game.
Boogie Cousins made it his mission to destroy all kinds of shots. Well, mission accomplished.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.